Okay, so here goes another anonymous story time. This story is about how I fell in love with my stepbrother. So when I was 14, my parents finally divorced, and a year later, my dad got a new girlfriend. She was a few years younger than my mom, and she also had a child, a son who was 20. Now, this boy was unbelievably fine. I pretended not to think that way, though, because I felt like it was super weird, and he also had a girlfriend. Him and I got along great despite the difference in age, and my dad noticed this. He suggested that he pick me up from school if he ever had the time. This went from once to twice to eventually it happened every day he was picking me up after school. After school, we'd get Starbucks or go to the movies or just chill in his car, and it was never weird with him. One day he picked me up as usual, but I knew something was off. For the whole ride, he didn't say a word to me. I tried starting conversations or cracking jokes, and it annoyed him so bad that he told me to stop acting like a stupid-ass child. When we got back home, I walked into his room and I asked him what was wrong. He told me that his girlfriend and him had broken up because she was moving away, and long distance would have been way too difficult for them to stay together. I felt bad for him since he really loved this girl and she was actually super nice. I told him it would be okay and I comforted him. A few hours later, my dad and his mom went out to dinner, so he invited me to watch a movie in his room. We weren't even 15 minutes in when he pulled me into his lap. He told me that he knew I had a crush on him and that he also thought I was cute too. He said we could do the nasty that night and never again. He made it clear that this was a one-time thing and he would not be messing around with me if he wasn't so heartbroken over his girlfriend. So I let him do whatever he wanted to please him, and I lost my virginity to him that night. Fast forward to our parents' wedding, and I had already